Every day someone discovers ball jointed dolls for the first time, and sooner or later you are probably thinking, I want one. But before you spend hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars, let me ask you one question first. What's the hardest part about owning a BJD? Money, photography, styling, or something else? Just pick one and remember your answer, because by the end of this video, you might change your mind.
Hi everyone, I'm Mia. Hisashiburi.
Okay, let's start with the option B, the most common trap. The reason most people want a BJD is very simple. They're beautiful, and this isn't something social media invented. Long before Instagram, TikTok, or Pinterest, we were already falling for these dolls. Through pictures, magazines, and stickers.
I know I was. Who doesn't love beautiful things?
But here's the reality. That gorgeous photo you fell in love with is just the official samples. Sometimes it's literally the peak of what the sculpt can look like. The promo photos are often a finished result of an entire chain of separate art forms. The stunning face-up, wig styling, fashion design, photography, professional studio lighting all came in together. But what actually arrives in your box is none of that. We aren't buying a finished work, we are buying a blank canvas. So ask yourself, do you actually want to own a BJD? Or do you just enjoy looking at a beautiful BJD's photos or video? Enjoying something online and living with it are two completely different experiences. We all love watching adorable dog videos online, but that doesn't mean everyone actually wants to wake up at 6 a.m., walking a dog in the pouring rain, and pay vet bills for the next 10 years. One of the best things about living in the internet age is that we can enjoy the things we love long before we decide to join it. If what you love is the image, that's completely okay. It just means the doll itself might disappoint you. So if you were okay with it, what arrives as a base, resin head and body oiling, fine, now you just have to dress it, right? That's where option C comes in, and it's the part people new to this hobby almost never see coming. They may think building the BJD is as easy as a real-life dressing-up game. So like click new outfit, click new wig, and click new face. But actually, first you should find someone who does face up, if they were even taking commissions. Because some artists you will want are booked out for months, and some of their commission price cost more than the doll did. Then you hunt for clothes in exactly the right size. Because BJD size isn't one size, it's dozens of different ones depending on the brand. Then you hope the wig style actually matches what you imagine in person. Then you find out the shoes don't fit. Then you spend a midnight on a Japanese website with Google Translate open, trying to figure out how sizing works. And at some point you stop searching for what you want, and start wondering, if I should just make it by myself? That's usually the moment it happens. It reminds me of a name for what happens to people who go down this road. Remember Card Capture Sakura? Sakura had dozens of elaborate outfits, something one of a kind, and every single one of them was made by hand by her best friend Tomoyo-chan. That's basically what happens to BJD owners. You go in wanting to dress up a doll, but you came out being Tomoyo, the one doing all the work, alone at midnight, so your doll can wear something that exists nowhere else. Maybe you are thinking, fine, I don't want to be Tomoyo. I don't want to customizing anything. I will just buy a complete pre-styled official set and be done with it. No face-up hunting, no wig matching, and no midnight translating. That should be simple, right? Some brands do offer full sets, face-up, wig, outfit, all done for you. But a full set doesn't skip the line. It just means you are paying more and waiting longer. For a doll you still can't touch, adjust, or return if the face-up isn't quite what you pictured. So, simple just become expensive and simple. Which brings us to the part many people assume is the actual hardest part: money. It sounds like the biggest barrier for this hobby is having enough money in your bank account. But sometimes the truth is you've spent hundreds of dollars and all you have is an order confirmation email and endless waiting. BJDs are frequently pre-order only, with waits for 3 months, 6 months, sometimes over a year. Months go by, and somewhere along the way the excitement fades. That's why you will see the listing like brand new, never display, no face up.
Paid 300 and selling for 150.
6 months ago, you refreshed the tracking page every day, and today you are refreshing Mercalli instead. So, back to the question, is money the hardest part? We always ask how much does a BJD cost? But the real question is how much time am I willing to invest?
The real cost is time, energy, patience, and learning.
Give 10 people the exact same sculpt, coming back a year later and you will find 10 completely different characters. That's the magic of BJDs. But it's also why they aren't for everyone. If you just want something beautiful right out of the box, blind boxes or other figures might honestly make you much happier. And honestly, we are lucky to have that many good options now. So the goal isn't to like BJDs. The goal is to find a hobby we will actually enjoy. I'm not saying nobody should buy BJD. I just don't want people making expensive impulse purchases from not knowing what this hobby is really like. Remember the BJD stickers from the beginning? When I was in elementary school, BJD was way too expensive for me, but BJD stickers basically took over my childhood. I collected them, my friends did too. Back then we called them SD dolls, even though SD is actually just one brand. Then one day, one of my classmates had a real BJD. Her dad had asked a relative to bring it back from Tokyo. We were completely shocked and obsessed. But I didn't buy my own BJD until I was earning my own money. So if now isn't the right time, that's okay. We matter more than any hobby does.
And this hobby isn't going anywhere.
Watch more videos, learn more, spend some time around the community. If you are still excited after all that, you will probably enjoy the hobby. And if you already know exactly what you are getting into, if you choose option D from the beginning question, if the time, money, midnight translating, and none of that scares you off, if anything, the idea of slowly building something that exists nowhere else in the world except in your hands makes you genuinely excited, then welcome to the rabbit hole. So, after watching all this, do you still want one? Tell me why in the comments if you like. If this video actually helped you figure out where you stand, follow, like, and share it with someone else stuck in the should I buy one spiral. And I've got a lot more to say about their hobbies. Tell me what you want to know next. See you next video. Because here's the things I keep coming back to. The people who stay in this hobby usually aren't the ones who wanted the doll. They are the ones who fell in love with the process.